Hello. I've been asked to do a frequently asked questions video, so I'm going to give it my best shot. One of the biggest questions we have concerning our reopening program is what will the remote learning component look like? The remote learning component will be a lot different than we did last spring. Last spring, we were given about 2 days to get things prepared, and each teacher did things a little bit differently. This year, we're preparing to have online learning for lengths of time because of the ongoing COVID situation, and we have decided to purchase an online portal called Edgenuity. Edgenuity has a K through 12 curriculum that matches ours, and our teachers will use the curriculum for their grade level or their class to make assignments, to do classroom discussions and other types of classroom activities, as well as do quizzes, tests, and homework. Students will log into this Edgenuity portal daily and to do their work. Now, it doesn't have to be synchronous. In other words, a kid doesn't have to tune in between 8 and 3 o'clock every day. They can log in at their time whenever they need to and do their work. Now, some teachers will probably have a Google Classroom component where they want to meet with their classes, whether it be weekly or bi-weekly, so they could see their kids and answer questions and do office hours via video. That will be separate from Edgenuity, but at least this will give us a little bit of uniformity. Parents will have a common login, and what's going on across the district will definitely be a lot more uniform. Again, I use that word, uniform. We will offer Chromebooks for students who do not have a computer at home. If you do have a computer at home that's capable of logging into Chrome and Edgenuity, we would ask that you use your own and not use one of the schools, because we will have to have as many as we possibly can for our kids. We are going to, at the junior high school level, check out a Chromebook for every student here in school as they are in school doing the in-person learning too. So in case we have to do a week or two of at-home learning, they will have their Chromebooks available to them. If you hadn't known already, our registration system is open. You can use TeacherEase to sign up your kids for classes for school. If you have difficulty doing that, don't hesitate to call either the elementary school or the high school to ask for help. We do have time slots available for parents who would like to come in and register their kids at school because they're having trouble doing it online. Those will be available for you up here for the next 2 weeks. We are not going to do a general junior high orientation or moving up night. We're going to do that the first day of school. Our staff will provide that. And we're trying to cut down as much contact as we can between different groups of people, trying to mitigate as much as we can the ongoing transmission of the virus that causes the COVID-19 sickness. A lot of people would like to know what we're doing to try to mitigate the transmission of the virus. First of all, we're going to do everything we can to keep the place clean. We are going to run a shorter schedule during the day. Our classes will be letting out, or our schools will be letting out at 1:50 and 2 o'clock respectively, and that will allow our janitors to have an extra hour of cleaning time to sanitize. We do have some special sanitizing equipment that we're going to use on a daily basis, and that will allow us to try to stay ahead of virus and being able to propagate itself on surfaces. I don't mean propagate, but being able to transmit itself using surfaces in the school. We will require every student and staff member to wear a mask in class. It's being required by the state of Illinois, and we really don't have a choice on that. I've been asked what happens if a student refuses to wear a mask, and the answer will simply be they won't be allowed to be in school if they won't wear the mask. And I know that's a hot point for a lot of people, but the school hasn't been given a choice, and so we're going to try to make the best of it. We will try to do everything we can to give students the opportunity to get a break from their mask, meaning we can take our classes outside and socially distance according to what the state of Illinois is allowing us to do at this time. We should be able to give every student a couple of breaks during the day. We'll also allow students to get a break when they go out in the hallway between classes on a hall pass. Every student will have the opportunity to do that, although we'll have to cut down on that as well as in the normal times. We are going to have junior high and high school passing periods be at different times and to cut down on the number of students in the hallways. We're also going to split up the high school lunch between a couple different locations, so we'll be able to socially distance and the students can spread out while they eat. The junior high school lunch is not as large, and we will be able to run that pretty much on a normal basis, except for we'll have to ask the students to spread themselves out. One of the most burning questions people have is what happens if somebody gets sick? Well, I mean, it's probably a given. We're going to have somebody get sick with the COVID virus in our school community. It's just, it's inevitable. It's going to make its way to Christian County, and it's probably going to find its way into our school. We will follow the protocol of the Christian County Health Department, as well as the Montgomery County Health Department, as they work in concert with one another. More than likely, what we will see in our school is if we have a COVID case or a suspected COVID case, anybody who has had contact with that person will be asked to quarantine until we can get to the bottom of who's been exposed and if there truly is a case. The current regulations put out by the CDC is a 10-day self quarantine, and unless a test comes back negative. I've had parents ask me what happens if we suspect somebody is sick with it. The school is not a medical facility. We don't have testing supplies, nor will we test. Now, will we suggest that your child has some of the symptoms, and we ask that you do your due diligence, whether you hold them home for 10 days or you take them to the doctor to make sure that they don't have the COVID virus. Those were things that we have to do. It's going to be an odd situation because we will get into the school year and we will have the flu season hit us. And the flu, depending what strain is prevalent this year, they all have some of the same symptoms. So it will be difficult for us at best. We ask you as parents to do everything you can to make sure that your kids are doing what they need to do to keep healthy, getting lots of sleep, lots of rest, frequently washing their hands, and staying away from people that they know are sick. If your child is running a fever or having any of the other symptoms, please hold them home until you're sure that they don't have that COVID virus. We don't want to get any more exposure to this than we absolutely have to. If you have any more questions, don't be afraid, don't be shy. Send me an email, give me a call, and we'll try to get your questions answered for you. Thank you.